Same. So moved. All right, moving on to instruction. I believe we have one of our superstars with us. Rachel Roos is going to talk to us tonight about the East Noble Academy.
Hi. I'm Rachel Bruce. I am the proud director of former ALC Alternative Learning Center, now the East Noble Academy. And I know that this is not what you're here for because we've got really great things happening tonight, but I'm so excited that you get to hear about this. When I was about 22, I interviewed for a job at Village Woods in Fort Wayne. And I had been subbing there and I really loved it. And I was so excited to interview for this position. And I was sitting in the principal's office and I just kept saying, you know, I'm really ready to work with these kids. I can't wait to work with these kids. I'm really just, I know I can do it. And she stopped me. I mean, I thought it was going great. She stopped me and she goes, you know what, this interview is over. You are so insulting. And I left her office and cried my way out to my car and thought, I am never going to get a teaching job because I couldn't understand what she meant. And now that I am in this position and I have people call my kids those kids because they go to an alternative school and people don't quite understand what that means. So I'm going to kind of tell you more about my school and my kids so that you can have a little understanding. Pareto's Law, this has always stuck with me. It basically says that 20% of your problems come from 80% of your problem come from 20% of your population, or even the effects of things come from like 20% of the effort that you put into something, you get 80% of your effect. So kind of keep that in mind. Everybody always says to me, how many kids do you have? How many kids do you have? You have to have so many kids. How many kids are at your school? It's so complicated. It is not I can't give you a number. Yesterday, we got a new kid. Tomorrow, we're probably going to get a new kid. It's very transient. Also, the state has a ratio that students are capped by the amount of staff to student. So each teacher can have 15 students, and each assistant can have 5. So we have two teachers and 2 assistants right now. So last year's numbers, ins and outs, we started with, in Tri 1, we had 60 kids. Just to say that was not duplicated kids, those were 60. And then in Tri 2, we got another new 29 kids, and then a new 15 kids with a total of 104 individual kids, but they took up 213 seats because they're transient. Some of them stay, some of them go. They might stay during Tri 1. They might go back to the high school Tri 2. They might come back Tri 3. They might leave part of the way through the trimester. They might come back part of the way through the trimester. It's not smooth. And so that's kind of why it's so difficult to try to explain, give you an exact number every day. And also it's a half-day program, so there's some in the morning and some in the afternoon. Who comes to my program? Everybody that comes in is it risk to not graduate on time. They have credit recovery needs. So 75% are solely there for credit recovery. And as you can see, the rest are either homebound or waiver from both the middle school and the high school. So what happens with the credit recovery, at the end of each trimester, about 3 weeks before the trimester is over, I meet with the rest of the team, counselors and assistant principals and principal at the high school. We sit down and we talk about kids, and we talk about who might benefit from coming to my program, and what we can provide, and if they need to have that amount of time in my building. Then their guidance counselor will talk to their parents. Then I will call their parents in. I have every family come in for an orientation and explain what the program is like. And then based on state guidelines, we do a service plan for all kids. Edgenuity is the program that we use. It's an online forum that provides credits. If they have maybe not passed a class in the past, then we can provide them with what's called a credit recovery class. That allows them to, if you've sat in a class and you've gained some knowledge, you can take a quiz before, instead of at the end of the chapter, you can take it before the chapter begins. And that way you might, if you already know about mitosis in biology, you can maybe skip that part of the chapter. We have a locally created pathway called Evolution Towards Employability. Fancy way of saying, what are we going to do to help you after you get out of high school? Because that's really important to me, because I really want kids to have an idea about what they're going to go do when they're done with school. So we have in-person classes, personal finance, adult roles and responsibility, and careers. We have guest speakers come in. We have field trips. We partner with lots of different places in the community, including Freedom Academy, that will help kids if they want to become a welder and they weren't able to get into Impact. They do welding classes at night, and then that kind of allows them to do that. So this is kind of Freedom Academy. So we'll teach kids about maybe they want to learn more about CNC. So we'll teach them about, this is the CNC piece with Freedom Academy. And then we'll show them a little quick video about what a CNC machinist does. And then we'll talk about the different job opportunities that they could have. Up in the top right, Worco is hiring. Oh, well, then let's take them to Worco. Kind of bring it full circle. So we take them to different field trips. We went to Quick Tanks. We've gone to Lakeside Publishing. Down the bottom left, we were at the Plumbers Union. That was a really great tour that we were able to go on. We have guest speakers come in and teach them about different opportunities in our community. We do all sorts of rewards and fun activities just to help keep kids engaged and motivated and wanting to get that prize at the end, which is our diplomas. So those kids, then we've got this really great, awesome, lovely, wonderful new school, but they're my kids. Like, this slide always gets me. I don't want to cry. I don't want to be emotional. If you know me, I'm not like that at all. And I've blurred their faces out. I love them so much. My first year, there were none of my kids that went to prom. And last year, I made them all take selfies with me because it was so great. But these kids have had lots of different situations. They've got mental health issues. They have just health issues. They don't really want to be at school. But they're doing it, and we're getting them across the line. Those are my kids. Last year, the year before last, I had about 8% of that graduating class of 2024, 8% of that group had gone through the alternative school at some point. 2025, we had about 15% had gone through the alternative school at some point. But those kids they have also they've gone through some stuff. I work really hard to develop relationships with them and their families, and we're going to get through it. But I thought you might want to see what the academy looks like. They're my kids, and they're really our kids. And we're going to get them graduated, and they get this really great spot, and it's because of what you guys have done for us and the community has done for us. And I appreciate it. Thanks. That's it.
Don't leave so quick.
Come on.
No, it's not that simple.
No, I won't. I'm done. It's just that it's that prom slide, man, that gets me.
No, that's good. Board, do you guys have any questions for Rachel?
I'm not going to look at you.
Hey,
Go ahead,
Rachel,
you can ask.
thank you so much
You're welcome.
for what you do and the enthusiasm you show. It's a wonderful piece of our puzzle at East Noble. So thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, Rachel.
Thank you. All right. Now, board, we need